Hey guys, good morning. So I'll just take my sunnies off. So I decided to vlog today because I'm going to London to see my boyfriend. But guys, I've had such a shitty couple of days. Like, I'll just tell you about it really quickly. I'm waiting for the bus right now. I'm extremely late to work. I'm extremely sick as well. I just got over a flu and then now I have a cold, which is absolutely awful. And I broke my phone, which is kind of like all the reasons why I haven't posted anything on Wednesday, because I couldn't edit. Like, I have 3 videos that I've already pre-filmed, but I was like, I couldn't edit. All I wanted to do as soon as I got home from work was just like lay down in bed and do nothing, so I'm very sorry about that. It might just have to be 1 video this week. But I'm so fucking sick, guys. And then, like, 2 days ago, I was standing in my bathroom and I was washing my face, right? And then, I had soap in my eyes and my phone was on the sink, and I thought, you know what, like, while I can't see anything, I don't want to make my phone wet, so I'm just gonna put it on the shelf, and the shelves are right on top of my toilet. So with the thought of trying not to get my phone wet, I actually dropped it in the fucking toilet. So I'm really pissed off, and I literally just got it in like November, so it's really new, and water damage is obviously not covered. And it's been sitting in a bag of rice for a really long time, but I think I fucked it up by the fact that I turned it on quite soon after. Ooh, that's not my best. Okay. And so I'm just like, fuck my life right now, you know? And I might have to get a new phone today. Like, I might actually have to go to the Apple store. And it's the 1st of fucking April. And it's not April Fool's, I actually break my phone. And I might have to go on the 1st of April, the day I have my salary, and spend half of it, not half of it, but like spend a lot of it on a fucking phone. Like, no thanks. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's so sad. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe I should wait for the iPhone 7, but then I was like, that's only in September, I can't wait like that long without a phone. And I just gave my old one away to my grandma because she's going to Israel, so I don't have any backups either. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to drag this out for too long, but I'm just gonna wait for the bus now, and then afterwards I'm going to work, which I'm really, really late for. Like, I'm gonna be about an hour and a half late. And then I'm gonna go to the airport at about 3 p.m. So I'm not gonna be vlogging while I'm at work, but afterwards, sorry, I'm just looking for the bus, and afterwards I'm gonna vlog and tell you guys if I managed to buy myself a new phone. But I do kind of want to wait a little bit longer because it's only been like, this is like the 2nd day, or the 3rd day. This is the 3rd day. And it hasn't been sitting in the bag of rice for that long, and it's been there all night, and I turned it on this morning and nothing. Like, the screen is just in stripes, like it's a rainbow, which is just no. Hello guys, so I'm at the airport now. I just sat down quickly just to tell you some things. So the day at work today was so stressful. Now I'm finally at the airport. I broke my freaking nail. I'm not flipping you off. I just broke my nail. Literally, I'm on like a bad thing happening to Sonia road this week. Like, nothing good has happened to me yet. I'm hoping that my luck is going to like turn up really fast. Anyway, so also, today's 1st of April, obviously, that's not April Fool's, but also that's the first day of the salary, when you get your salary, or well, yesterday, but basically, I went into the duty-free store with the thought that I was going to first buy some red nail polish to cover the shit up, which I did. 2, actually I didn't even buy it, I just opened it and put some nail polish on, because I have like 1,000 red nail polish, so I was like, I don't need any more. I know, it's so cheeky. But anyway, so, and then I went in there with the thought that, because usually if I'm putting lipstick on, I use the front camera on my phone, but I don't have a phone, so obviously I needed to go buy a mirror. I went in there with the thought that I'm buying a mirror. I ended up buying, guys, you're gonna laugh, like, I ended up buying Naked Flushed in Streak. I ended up buying Naked Better Than Skin Foundation, and I ended up buying, I actually did need the last one. Where is it? I can't find it in my bag, but basically I also ended up buying new Urban Decay primer, eyeshadow primer, which is this normal one. I can't find it, it's too small. Anyway, so basically I just literally spent so much money. But come on, it's duty free, like, it's okay. But I literally, the first day of my salary, and I'm already spending money, plus I might have to buy myself a new phone. This is just not a good start to the month. I think maybe today's just April Fool's and life is just literally fucking me over every step I go. I hope I don't miss my flight either, because I was just looking on the gate and the gate hasn't been announced, which is really weird because I'm supposed to be at the gate in 10 minutes and the passport control line is like not bearable. It's literally going all the way through the airport. Literally. Guys, no, look. Literally. Do you see it? Like, that's where it starts, but it's supposed to end like way over there. Anyway, so enough of the rant. I am in Copenhagen airport now and going to Luton, and then I'm going to be in Luton and I have to buy some water as well because I'm thirsty as fuck. And I'm flying Ryanair, so they're not going to give me any free water, are they? I really don't like flying Ryanair. I have like a SAS Eurobonus card, so I always fly SAS. If I'm going somewhere, always my first choice is SAS. But their times usually are really good. But when I was looking, it was way too late, and then the only times were like late in the evening, and then I wouldn't be wasting the whole Friday with Garreth, so that wasn't an option. Anywho, also my fucking suitcase keeps falling out of my trolley. Like it's in my trolley, and then I'd be walking, and I was in duty free, and it literally, no joke, fell out about 5 times of me just literally pushing it, a slight, tiny little bit, and then everybody in Urban Decay was like, "Damn, today's not your day, is it?" And I was like, "No, it really isn't. Really isn't my day." Anyway. At least I got free nail polish, or on one finger, not flipping you off. Okay, I'm gonna go start standing in passport control and try to figure out what my gate is, and then maybe I'll talk to you after passport control, but I'm not really, nothing exciting is happening, only shit things. Anyway, my necklace, I didn't lose my necklace, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, oh, and then I was putting lipstick on. In addition to that, after I came out, I'm opening up my new mirror, or slash the palette that I bought from Urban Decay. I'm putting up some lipstick, putting on some lipstick, and then literally, look, I've got lipstick all over my fingers because somebody like was walking behind me and they pushed me a slight bit, so I like dabbed it in the wrong place. And guys, matte liquid lipsticks, if you dab them in the wrong place, like, you're fucked, especially if you don't have any like beauty blenders or foundation with you or anything to correct it with, like, you're fucked. So I might have a little bit of red still left over here because I dabbed it in the wrong place, like, thanks to the asshole whoever walked into me, but it's just not my day, like, not even my day. First of all, we were delayed in Copenhagen. We were delayed by like a good half an hour. We were standing there. The gate was supposed to close at like 5:10 Danish time, and the gate wasn't announced until like 5:30, 5:40 Danish time, which is when we're supposed to leave. So we were like delayed by a good 40 minutes, maybe even an hour. Since my phone is broken, I can't even check the time. Then I got here. My second nail broke. Again, I'm not flipping you off. My second nail broke, and then I got here, and then the passport control line was insanely ridiculous. Also, when I was boarding in Denmark, I was the first person that they told that there's no space for suitcases, so I had to check mine in, which was like ridiculous because I really didn't want to check my suitcase in. Anyway, so just unlucky week, just telling you about that. Anyway, so then I got to London. The line for passport control was ridiculous. It was literally, they were radioing each other, like the people that worked there, they were radioing each other, and they were like, fuck, like, we don't have enough space, like, we need to get them going, and they were like, we're gonna have to hold people up at the gates when they arrive, because there's no space for them to line up. That's how big, and how big the line was, and how, like, crowded it was. It was ridiculous. Like, I waited for maybe 40 minutes there, 50 minutes, just to get through passport control, and then I got out of the airport. My Copenhagen isn't on the board for baggage reclaim, so I was like, what the fuck? I was so pissed off. Then I found out that they like stored them somewhere because that fly arrived like 50 minutes ago, so they didn't have like time to keep putting it on and off the little spinny thingy, so they like stored it somewhere. Had to go get that sorted, and I went out, and then I'm looking absolutely everywhere. Gareth's not there, so I stood there for about half an hour. I went like back and forth, I went outside, I even checked the parking lots, but I'm really bad at like checking like what the cars look like, so I don't know what his car looks like. So I went like back and forth, I went everywhere. And in the end I was like, you know what, like the drive from the airport isn't even that far to his house, so I thought I would just get there and get his parents to call him or something if he's still at the airport, but I couldn't find him. I even waited by the men's toilets and I checked like all the cafes, so instead I ended up taking a taxi, so that's just a lot quicker and faster and easier. I don't know, I've got about like maybe 15-20 minutes left on here, maybe less, I don't know. And then home. I think Garreth had something planned today, but we literally arrived like 2.5 hours later than we were supposed to, so I don't think that's happening, whatever it was. Hey guys, so I'm sorry I didn't finish vlogging yesterday. It was really late at night, so what happened was, I came home in the taxi, and then I got Gareth's mom to call him so that he could come back, but they waited for like 2.5 hours for me, which was really cute, but sad we couldn't find each other. So they were in the airport, but we just missed each other. And today, now it's already 4:30, we've been literally laying in bed all day long, watching movies and doing crap, and Gareth had to like do some stuff with his insurance, so I'm drinking coconut water, it's yummy. And now we're going somewhere to a secret place that I'm not supposed to know about. It's a surprise, so we're in the car, and I don't know where we're going. Right?
Right.
And he says it's 2 hours away, and we're not coming back to the house. So that's that. Yeah. So guys, it's about 6 o'clock. I'm just trying to get the pillow. It's about 6 o'clock now. We've been driving for about an hour-ish, just over an hour. And we're parked, and we decided to stop in Birmingham for some food, because Birmingham is on the way to wherever we're going. I don't know where we're going, but now we're in Birmingham, and Gareth is trying to figure out parking. And we need to fill up the car and find something to eat. I heard that there's a lot of vegan places here, so I'm really excited for that. So, what's up?
Parking is pretty much £3 for 90 minutes.
That's not bad, is it?
Pretty bad, maybe, yeah.
Is it? I don't know parking prices. Also, I really need to pee.
Sheep. Left.
Oh baby, little babies are so cute.
It's black sheeps.
Guys, the saddest thing just happened. So we're like at this we're just driving by, and then Gareth stopped because he needed to call someone, and then I saw there were two small lambs, whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stroke them. I figured out they were just born and their mother rejected them, so I had to pick them up, and we tried to carry. I don't know if she will reject them even more than the smell of us, but we couldn't just leave them by the side of the road, so we had to pick them up, and it's really sad, and they're hungry and cold and tiny. And let's drive over there. I want to see what's happening.
We will, but give it a moment, alright?
Okay. Hey guys, sorry I haven't been vlogging much. There's a lot that happened yesterday that I have to tell you, and I didn't actually have my camera with me most of the time, so I couldn't vlog it. Right now I'm currently in Heathrow Airport, so I'm going back. Basically, I missed my flight yesterday, and I'll tell you all about that later when I have some time. Also, just a quick sneak peek, I just went to Boots. You can't see, but you can see on my Twitter if you want. I decided to go into Boots, don't let Sonia go into Boots, and I thought, you know what, like, I haven't, usually most of my makeup tutorials are very, are concentrated on, like, sorry guys, I'm just typing in my password, I can't multitask or shit, like very expensive, kind of high-end makeup, so I decided to buy, I spent a lot of money, and I went into Maybelline, and I decided that I'm going to do a spring look with one brand drugstore makeup. So I bought a lot of stuff in Maybelline, and I'm really excited for it. It's going to be coming out in this month, but I have a lot of pre-film material that I still have to post, and it's like, it has to come out, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna edit, and I'm sorry, like I said, I haven't been vlogging my trip much. Also, there's another reason for it that I will let you know soon. Hey guys, so I've been back in Denmark for a while now. Look, it's Bob! This is obviously not really a part of my London vlog, but I just wanted to explain why I didn't vlog as much as I wanted to, because a lot of shit went down. And if you guys don't want to listen, because this is going to be a pretty long and messy story, then obviously you don't have to listen, but okay, so I don't even know where to start. So I started vlogging it first. When I was going there, I knew Garreth, my boyfriend, who we are like in a long distance relationship. I knew he was taking me relationship. I can't talk today. I knew he was taking me somewhere. I knew it was a surprise, and Bob is like in a playful mood. And I knew it was a surprise. And while we were driving there, I was vlogging, and as soon as we got there, I stopped vlogging. The reason for that is because he took me somewhere which is kind of going to be a really big announcement after the summertime, or during the summertime. I mean, I just need to get a couple of things kind of like, Bobby, it's okay, you can stay. I'm just talking, it's okay. I'm still paying attention to you. Sorry, my cat is distracting me. Okay, so basically the reason why I didn't vlog in the place where we went is because that's going to be a part of a really big announcement during the summer, maybe after the summer, maybe like around July time. I just need to get a couple of things sorted before I like announce it to you guys. I know I don't have like that many subscribers, so it doesn't really matter, but still I don't want to like kind of jinx these kind of things. I don't even post Facebook statuses about it, or tweet about it, or Instagram about it. So this is like a really big deal kind of thing, so I didn't want to vlog it. And if I had known that this is where I was going, I wouldn't be vlogging my London trip to start with, but since it was a surprise, I kind of thought we were just going to be doing a lot of fun things on the weekend, so I might as well vlog it. Anyway, so that's the reason why I didn't vlog in that place. And that place took us like a couple of hours to get to. And then when we were going back, we were saving lambs. There were 2 baby lambs that we found on the side of the road, and it was so sad, guys. One of them had climbed over the fence, and I think I might have vlogged a part of that actually, but I don't know. And one of them had like climbed over a fence, and they were newly born, and their mother wanted nothing to do with them, so we sat like for hours there trying to figure out whose farm they belonged to, so that they could like nurture them back to health, because I researched it and it said that baby lambs have only a couple of hours to live before they start getting hypothermia and health problems if they're not fed by their mother and stuff like that. So I was like really upset, and obviously I couldn't just leave 2 baby lambs when they're like crying their like throats out, you know, or their lungs out, whatever. So basically that happened. And then, I mean guys, this is probably one of the most ridiculous things that's ever happened to me in my whole entire life, but basically we were driving to the airport on the way back. I was supposed to leave on Sunday, and we were driving back. I hope I don't have chocolate on my mouth. I just thought about that right now. Maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, we were driving back to the airport, and we're literally about 40 minutes away from Heathrow, and we are running a little bit late because of the lambs. So, and Garrett's car breaks down. We're literally driving, he starts hearing a noise. It's like in his front thingy. I don't know what the front thingy is called. I have no idea anything about cars. Then he's like, it's okay, keep driving. He called his like stepdad, and he was like, what's happening? And they were like, oh, it's not a big deal, it's probably just this, or probably just that, or electricity, or whatever. So we kept driving. Eventually a red sign popped up saying that his battery is running out, and he's got no more water in the car. So Garreth was like, fuck. And we were literally like 40 minutes away from the airport at this point, and then eventually his steering wheel went off, and he couldn't steer anymore, and all of that kind of crap, and there was steam coming out of his car. So obviously we had to call AA. So we thought, you know, Garreth had to like, after we called them, Garreth had to upgrade to a new insurance thingy where he had to pay £180 so that he could get home delivery with his car after the AA arrived. So not just like recovery, but also taking him to his house. So he had to pay £180 for that, and we thought like, okay, fair enough, like, because obviously he can't drive his car, so he thought, well, £180 is not really that much for somebody like to take my car home for the rest of the year kind of thing, you know, because that covers it annually. But what happened was, we waited for an hour and a half, and policy is, or like rules are, that you can't sit inside the car, you have to sit outside of the car. So we thought what would happen is somebody would come from AA, because when he called them, they were like, oh, it's just like a, what is it called, a flapperjack, a flabberdoodle, something, flapper something, flapper belt, flopper belt, flapper something belt, something. One of those. So it's just one of those, and apparently it's just like £40 to fix. Obviously it's covered by insurance, but it's just like really cheap, and like 20 minutes, takes 20 minutes to fix. So we thought, okay, great, we could get to the airport just on time. So we were sitting there and waiting outside. It started pouring raining. Garreth doesn't have a jacket with him. It's so wet and so cold, but what happened was, I turned on my phone because I wanted to check into my flight just before we get to the airport, and my phone started working, so I was like, thank God. I was like, yes, my phone works, at least that's a piece of good news. Then we realized that AA weren't coming anytime soon, so we decided to call a taxi. Call the taxi service, Uber, there was no Uber around anywhere, obviously we were on a motorway, we're on the M4 in London, or just like before Junction 12. I don't even know where that is because I don't drive a car, but I remember Garreth saying that we were like before Junction 12 on the M4, it's people on the phone like all the time. Anyway, so what happened then? The taxi couldn't find us, so basically I missed my flight, and I had work the next morning, so I had to I had to miss a whole day of work. Then AA finally showed up, loaded the car into the thingy. We came in, and the guy was like, sorry guys, I can't drive you. And first of all, we thought that the car was getting fixed right there and then. He was like, no, sorry guys, I'll have to drive you to the nearest service station, and then you have to wait there for the next guy to come pick you up and sort you out. We're like, fair enough. We came out, he's like, 20 minutes wait. We're like, okay, great, sounds good. And at this point, it's about 8 o'clock because we waited an hour and a half for them to get there. So we're soaking wet, we're cold, we're hungry as fuck. We get to the service station, at least we're like, we can eat something. Then we get to Burger King, and I say, can I have a, okay, fine, I'll cut this part out. Anyway, so then we have some food at the service station and blah, 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 blah. And then 1 hour goes by, nobody. 2 hours goes by, no one. 3 hours go by, no one. 4 hours, no one. And we're like, what the actual fuck? At this point, it's like 12 o'clock, and we're like, this is just not acceptable, you know? Like, we've been sitting here for 4 hours straight, and they're like, we're sorry guys, like, there's nobody there, like, we can't, blah, 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 right? So, guy finally arrives 4.5 hours later, picked up, we're so excited to go home, and he's like, you do know that I'm not driving you the whole way, right? And we're like, what? And he's like, yeah, I have to take you to, what is it called? Somewhere. It starts with a W. Basically, it's the complete opposite direction of where we're going. It's the complete opposite direction of Gareth's house. And we're like, why the fuck would you go there? And why the fuck wouldn't you just drive us home? And he's like, well, because I'm on a tight, like, time schedule thing. So I can't actually get you, all the way there, because then I'm gonna be going over my hours, and that service station wherever I'm taking you now is on my way home. And I was like, well, that's all great news for you and stuff like that, but we need to get home. And he's like, yeah, but I'll lose my license if I work over hours. So it's like, fuck my life, right? I'm sorry for the language, but literally, we got to that service station, waited there, easily another 2 hours, easily. Another guy comes by. He's like, right guy, and we're just, at this point, we're desperate. We're like, okay, you know what? And then we were calling them at the service station, and we were like really angry at them, and we're like, what the fuck, like blah, blah, blah. At this point, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and we know that we're not gonna get home because of how long it takes to drive from wherever this guy just drove us to in the opposite direction. We're not gonna be home by 5 o'clock, maybe even after 5 o'clock. So, we're so pissed off, so I'm like, Gareth, let me deal with this. I called him up, and obviously this is a complete lie, this is not for real, but I was like, at least we're gonna get home because this is not normal. So I called him up and I'm like, listen, this is Gareth's 2-month pregnant girlfriend. I'm so fucking pissed off at you right now, and I'm literally going to sue you if you don't get me home within the next hour. Funnily enough, suddenly shows up a car, and we're like, yes, thank God, like blah blah blah, you know. And he's like, the same fucking thing. That was the dreaded sentence throughout the whole night, where somebody would say, you do know I'm not taking you the whole way, right? So I was like, fuck my life, literally. And then that happened another maybe 3 times. Then eventually we got, and on the last, I don't remember all the places we went to. We went all over the place. We were literally like, and we were 40 minutes away from the airport and from Gareth's house to begin with. So we could literally, like, if they fixed our car, we could have gotten home within 40 minutes, yet we got home 13 hours later, which is like absolutely ridiculous. Yay, my camera stopped filming halfway through me telling a story. Or not halfway, I was nearly at the end. Anyway, 13 hours later, absolutely ridiculous. So then we got to the last one, and the last guy that was driving us, he was like, what did he say? So the last guy that was driving us, we were so excited, and he was driving us in the right direction, and we're literally 5 minutes away from the house, and he's like, right guys, so now I'm gonna drop you off at a service station. We're like, what? Like, what the fuck? We're literally 5 minutes away. Like, I can see my house from here. And he was like, no, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be working overtime. And at this point it's like 6:20. And so Garreth says, what time does your shift finish? And he goes 7. So Gareth's like, right, let me get this straight. You can't take us home, which is 5 minutes away, which would make it 6:25, maybe 6:30 latest, because your shift finishes at 7 and otherwise you'd be working overtime. Like, no offense, but I get why you're a trucker, mate, because you can't do math, like, honestly. And so then we got off at the service station. At this point it's literally bright and we could be going to sleep, and I still need to book a new flight ticket home. So we're at this service station, and finally a really nice AA guide shows up, and we were at that service station for about an hour total, but that's for him to load the car in because he brought a smaller car, and for him to like tie it up and things like that, and to sign the papers and blah blah blah. And then he was like shocked when we told him it was 13 hours. He was like, I've never heard of this happening before. This is unreal. So like, let me know in the comments down below, guys, if this has ever happened to you, but I'm pretty sure that this is like not even a thing. Like, this is ridiculous. So I'm making them, like, the AA company reimburse us for absolutely everything. Like the food that we bought, my flight ticket, everything is getting reimbursed because that's just not okay. Anyway, so then what happened then? Oh yeah, and then we got into the truck, and then we told him how long we've been there for, and he still thinks I'm pregnant because we told everybody I'm pregnant on the phone. And so he's like, I can't believe this happened, blah, 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 like that never happens before. And he was like, I don't understand why the last guy couldn't take you home. It would have been totally fine for him. And I was like, exactly. I was thinking like the same thing, like literally like you're, no offense, like I don't bully people ever, but no offense, you are a dumbass if you are, like, it's so obvious that he was just lazy. Like, he just wanted to go home early and to drop us off at a station 5 minutes before when we have told him. And I'm sitting there like, I'm nearly crying because I'm so fucking exhausted, and for him to be like, oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, I can't, it's like 5 minutes away. I think that's just so beyond rude. Like, it's just like, I can't even express it with words. Anyway, I'm sorry, that was a very long story. Even my camera thought so. I'll try to cut out some parts, but I don't know, I don't know, it was like more of a rant than the story. Anyway, onto my phone. So my phone broke, started like not working as well at the end of the trip. And today I just had the last straw because I have to lock it and unlock it for it to work 20 seconds and lock and unlock for me to actually be able to do something. So I thought, you know what, this is it. Like, I'm gonna go to a repair shop, see how much it costs to repair it, or I'm gonna just go get a new phone because I'm not bothered, and sell this one on eBay for like really cheap or something. So I went into the repair store, and they were like, right, I'm gonna do this in pounds. And I know it's a lot cheaper in England, guys. Like, I know if I went to England it would be a lot cheaper for me to fix it, but it's kind of, that's just not bothered anymore, if you know what I mean. So I walked into the repair shop, and they were like, yeah, we have to run a water diagnostic test, and then if the screen, like, if we repair the screen afterwards, and if it's just the screen, then it's 200 pounds, plus the water damage test is 40 pounds, so 240 pounds to fix my phone. And I was like, I literally looked at him and I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. And I was like, you do realize that's nearly half of what a new iPhone costs. Like, that's not okay. And he was like, and I was like, it's ridiculous. Like, to repair a phone, that can't be that much money. And like a water diagnostic test is not even that hard to run because I've already Googled it. Anyway, so like, it's clear I've got water damage. Like, what else do you need to do? Anyway, whatever. I don't know much about phones, so maybe I'm wrong, but so then I walked into the Apple store with the idea that I'm gonna get a new phone. Turns out I'm not getting a new phone because Apple has this thing where they can swap it, so I can send them this one and they'll give me a new, or like more or less new phone in return, and I'll only pay half the price, which I'm more than happy with because, you know, I'm not gonna take the risk of sending in my phone to a normal repair shop where the quality of what they replace it with isn't as good as Apple's. And also, I might have to repair more than my screen if they run a water diagnostic test and see that, oh, you also have to repair this thingamajiggy on the inside, you know? So I was like, I'd rather just do it this way. So right now, I have to run to send it in because I'm not gonna have a phone for a whole week, which is like, what the fuck? So I'm gonna try to borrow like an old iPhone from somebody for this week. But it's just been such a nightmare with the phone, literally, like, It's sad how much we rely on our phones these days, honestly. Anyway, guys, I'm really sorry this was like a rant. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but then again, you could have clicked off if you weren't interested, so that's always a thing. And I'm so exhausted, I'm so tired, and I have to go see a friend today. So yeah, that's life. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I know I have also been quite bad with posting videos. I only posted one video last week, and I'm literally uploading a new video today for you guys. I have a really exciting thing coming out. Like I said in my earlier vlog when I was at Heathrow, I bought a crap load of stuff, which I probably shouldn't have, and it's going to be a I'm so tired. It's gonna be one brand makeup tutorial, drugstore makeup. I don't think I own anything from Maybelline. Like, obviously I've owned things from Maybelline before, but I've kind of like stepped up to like high-end makeup now. So now I own a lot of Maybelline products because I bought a whole set of Maybelline stuff for my video. Anyway, that's that. Bye, guys.